There is an old saying that the quietest predators are often the most dangerous. This rings especially true for Sigma males, individuals known for their introspective, independent nature and unique ability to manage conflict. When their boundaries are repeatedly violated, they do not lash out impulsively. Instead, they undergo a profound transformation, a metamorphosis that can catch others off guard. Their response is not one of overt aggression or dramatic outbursts, but a measured and calculated change that leaves a lasting impact. Ancient philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This wisdom perfectly encapsulates the way Sigma males handle repeated boundary violations. Unlike others who might seek immediate emotional release or retribution, Sigmas act with deliberate precision. Their actions are more akin to a pressure cooker, transforming energy into controlled power rather than releasing it in a sudden explosion. Each boundary cross adds another layer of clarity to their eventual response, culminating in decisive actions that are as inevitable as they are effective. Let us delve into the intricate and transformative process that unfolds when someone pushes a Sigma male past their limits. From the moment they reach the point of no return to the calculated responses that follow, the calm that ensues is far more unsettling than any loud retaliation could ever be. 1. The point of no return, a quiet yet definite shift. Imagine a dam breaking. There is no loud explosion or warning siren. Instead, it begins with a small, unassuming crack that quickly renders all previous pressure points irrelevant. This is the exact moment a Sigma male reaches his limit. It is not accompanied by dramatic gestures or heated arguments, but by a quiet certainty that changes everything. In ancient samurai teachings, there is a concept called no mind, referring to a state of perfect clarity where doubt ceases to exist. For a Sigma male, reaching this state signifies the exhaustion of all alternatives. They have considered every possibility, analyzed every outcome, and arrived at the single, unalterable path forward. The shift is internal, subtle, and often goes unnoticed by those around them. You might be mid-conversation, unaware that something fundamental within them has irrevocably changed. Psychologists refer to this as cognitive closure, the moment when the mind transitions from considering options to executing decisions. For Sigmas, however, this closure is not merely about decision-making. It is about embracing inevitability. The choice they make is not emotional. Therefore, emotions cannot alter it. Once they reach this point, their peace takes precedence over your presence, and their boundaries become immovable. There is no turning back. 2. The final warning, calm before the storm. While many might deliver dramatic ultimatums, a Sigma's final warning is the epitome of calm communication. It is a precise and composed statement that most people either overlook or misinterpret as a sign of weakness. However, this quiet clarity is anything but that. Zen master Shun Ryu Suzuki once remarked, in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's mind, there are few. This idea aligns perfectly with the Sigma's approach during their final warning. All the flexibility and second chances they previously extended are replaced by a single, unyielding boundary. Their tone becomes deliberate, their words concise. Where they once might have explained or justified their position, they now state their boundaries with absolute certainty, leaving no room for misunderstanding. This warning is not an invitation to negotiate. It is a courtesy and notification that a line has been drawn. Statements like "I won't accept this behavior anymore" or "this needs to stop" are not threats. They are declarations of intent. By the time this warning is issued, the Sigma has already accepted the inevitability of change. They are not seeking your compliance, but merely informing you of their decision. It is the calm before the storm, a moment that should never be underestimated. 3. The Phoenix Protocol, rising from the ashes. In Greek mythology, the phoenix is a symbol of transformation and renewal. It does not simply rise from its ashes, it emerges stronger and more resilient. When a Sigma male's boundaries are repeatedly violated, they initiate a similar process of transformation. This is not about revenge or retribution, but about necessity and growth. The Phoenix Protocol represents a complete system reboot. Every area of their life that has been affected by boundary violations undergoes a thorough reassessment. Relationships are recalibrated, social circles are restructured, and even daily routines are redesigned to eliminate vulnerabilities. It is a strategic reconstruction, much like a city rebuilding its defenses after an invasion. Author Henry Cloud refers to this process as necessary endings, a concept that involves eliminating what no longer works to create space for better opportunities. For Sigmas, this is not about destruction, but evolution. The changes they implement are methodical and far-reaching, often happening behind the scenes. Unlike others who might broadcast their transformation for validation, Sigmas work in silence. The results become visible only when the process is complete. This transformation is not aimed at punishing those who cross their boundaries. Instead, it ensures that such violations will never occur again. Like the Phoenix, the Sigma's goal is not merely to survive the fire, but to emerge as a more formidable version of themselves. 4. The quiet power move, subtle yet transformative. Power moves are often associated with grand gestures, public confrontations, or dramatic declarations. However, when a Sigma male implements change, it is so subtle that most people do not realize it is happening until it is too late. Their strength lies in their ability to shift dynamics quietly, without drawing attention to the process. Philosopher Lao Tzu observed, "Water is fluid, soft, and yielding. But water will wear away rock, which is rigid and cannot yield." This metaphor perfectly captures the Sigma's approach to power moves. They do not resist the current, they become it. Slowly and inevitably, they reshape the landscape. The changes begin subtly, conversations grow shorter or cease altogether. Support that was once readily available becomes limited or conditional. The energy they once invested in you is redirected elsewhere. There are no dramatic exits or angry speeches, just a quiet shift in focus and priorities. This is not a game or manipulation. Sigmas understand that true power does not need to announce itself. Instead, it works silently, making its presence known through actions rather than words. By the time the full impact of their power move is realized, the dynamic has already changed beyond recognition. 5. The permanent mark, lessons learned, boundaries reinforced. There is a saying that time heals all wounds, but for Sigma males, repeated boundary violations leave a mark that time cannot erase. This mark is not a scar of bitterness, but a permanent shift in their perspective and approach to relationships. Ancient warrior cultures believed that each battle left a lasting imprint on a warrior, making them either stronger or weaker. For Sigmas, every experience of disrespect or betrayal becomes a lesson. Their ability to identify red flags sharpens, and their tolerance for boundary violations diminishes to zero. What they once might have overlooked now triggers immediate recognition and action. This evolution is silent but profound. It is not born out of paranoia or fear, but from wisdom gained through experience. Sigmas do not become bitter or defensive. Instead, they refine their standards and judgments. The lessons they learn are indelible, shaping their approach to future relationships and ensuring that they operate from a position of strength and clarity. 6. The calculated response, a master class in strategy. When boundaries are crossed, most people expect anger or emotional outbursts. However, the Sigma's response is far more unsettling. While they may feel the sting of betrayal or disrespect, they refuse to let these emotions dictate their actions. Instead, they adopt a calculated approach that is both deliberate and strategic. Sun Tzu, in The Art of War, wrote, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting." This philosophy mirrors the Sigma's approach to conflict. They do not react impulsively. Instead, they step back, analyze the situation and plan their next moves with meticulous precision. Their calculated response often confounds those who instigated it. The absence of drama or confrontation is mistaken for forgiveness or indifference. Yet, behind the scenes, the Sigma is repositioning pieces on the chessboard. Information flow slows, access to resources becomes limited, and the dynamics of the relationship are restructured. By the time their strategy becomes apparent, it is already too late. This approach is not about winning a single battle, but about preventing future conflicts. The Sigma's goal is not to punish, but to create a foundation where their boundaries remain inviolable. It is a masterclass in strategic thinking and emotional intelligence. Conclusion: the calm after the storm. When a Sigma male's boundaries are repeatedly crossed, their response is neither impulsive nor emotional. Instead, it is a transformative process that unfolds with quiet precision. From reaching the point of no return to implementing the Phoenix Protocol and executing calculated power moves, their actions are designed to ensure lasting change. This calm and methodical approach may seem unassuming, but it is far more powerful than any angry outburst. By prioritizing their peace and reinforcing their boundaries, Sigma males emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Their transformation serves as a reminder that true power lies not in loud declarations, but in quiet, unyielding resolve. Do you resonate with the ideas I shared in this video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in more content about Sigma males, explore the other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.